Hi everybody, thank you for joining my live lessons this morning. I'm going to make a quick recording so that you can review what we did and you can keep working on your work later. Have fun! The first lesson we practiced today was metal insets with household objects. I asked that you find 2 circle shapes and 1 shape that you chose all by yourself. It could be anything in your whole house. For my circle shapes, I chose a can. This can has circles on the top and the bottom. You can trace it. We practiced holding down the can so that it didn't move or wobble while we traced it. The next circle shape I chose was a mug. The top is a different size than the bottom. The last shape that I chose was a seashell. I thought it would be very interesting to see how it looked when I traced it. I started by folding my sheet of paper in half. That way I had 4 sections to do my metal insets. Then I put my can on top. I chose a colored pencil to trace it. I'm going to trace it while you trace yours. Let's see what it looks like. It's the same size. You can trace it with your finger. Then, just like the metal insets at school, I decided to put my mug on top of it to create 1 bigger circle and 1 smaller circle. I'm going to trace it and I'll be right back. I finished. Now I'm going to go on to the second shape. I'm going to trace my seashell so that I can see what it looks like. While I do this, you trace your object. I finished tracing my shell and this is what it looks like. It looks kind of the same. I can trace the outside of both of them with my finger and see what they feel like and what they look like. I can also make a pattern on the inside of this shell. Maybe I'll color it and see what the whole part of it looks like. On the back of your paper, it's time to explore with your metal insets. I chose to explore with my can. I traced it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Do you see my 3 circles? Then I can put different patterns on the inside of each shape. When you're all done, you can do the same thing on the second side. See if you can explore with different shapes. You could trace a pen, or maybe you could trace your salt shaker or your pepper shaker. This has circles. You could trace anything that you can find in your house. In our second live lesson, we went over the sounds for j, p, g, I, a, and o. Since you don't have sandpaper letters at home, this worksheet is very useful to help students trace each letter. You can trace the letter. Let's trace j together. J, 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 and a p, 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 p. All right, friends. Let's see if you can name these objects. What is this called? Juice. What is this called? You're probably saying this is called a diamond, but another word for this is jewel. Jewel. You were this when it's cold outside. A jacket. And this lives underwater. A jellyfish. For p, we have a p. What is this? A pig. What about this object? This is a peacock. Can you tell me what this one is? This is a pencil. And this one is a pumpkin. When you finish finding the names of each object, you can trace the letter with a crayon. You can also use a pencil or a marker. Our next letter is G, G. Can you trace it with me? This is for G, G. Great, you got it. Grasshopper. We wear these when our hands are cold. Gloves. And Miss Roman wears these. What are these called? They're called glasses. What sound does this letter make? This sound makes the I sound. We can use this for infant, igloo, iguana, and ice cream. Go ahead and trace these with your crayon or your marker or your pencil. Our next letter is ah, ah. Oh, can you trace the O? Ah, ah. O is for this animal and this animal. What are they called? An octopus and an owl. It's also for oven. This object is a little bit tricky. It is an octagon. It has 8 sides. Can you count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Octagon. The last letter is ol. Can you trace it with me? Ol is for light bulb, leaf, lightning, and lion. Once you have finished tracing the letters, now it's time to have fun and color. I like to choose crayons to color. I'm going to choose my orange crayon, and I'm going to color my pumpkin. Have fun coloring. If you'd like to practice these sounds more, you can find another video in the Day 4 video folder. This video focuses on our sandpaper letters, and there are even more objects that start with the letters. Have fun!